Yeah, let me give you an example of what a software engineer might do. So in RX, we have an algorithm called the dialog denoiser, right? It removes noise from dialogue. And a software engineer, sort of maybe they're a new software engineer on our research and DSP team. They've identified a fix for a problem that was actually reported by quality assurance in that algorithm. They actually will make that fix locally on their own machine. So through all the good debugging tactics that they know and that they've learned throughout the years in their computer science degrees, they make that fix, but then they need to push that fix up to our sort of master code base. So we utilize Git. There's basically one machine that has a Git repository on it that contains sort of the master version, the big picture version of our code. So they would actually make that change and push that up to this master code base. When that change actually goes in, a number of processes kick off. The first being a continuous integration process. So the RX product in this case would actually run a build. So it would take in those changes and build itself and run all the unit tests associated with it. So that ensures that the change that was made to actually fix the bug didn't cause any new bugs in conjunction with it. So that's the first step. Second step, if there are any automated tests along with this, it'll also run those. So let's say we have some regression tests for this dialog denoiser that make sure that, hey, in these 10 different scenarios, dialog denoiser is expected to perform this way. It'll actually run those tests and it'll say, yeah, you know what, dialog denoiser is good to go. This developer made a good change, and now we're passing all of our automated tests as well. Once that cycle kind of goes through and it's proved out through an automated fashion that, yeah, the change is good, the fix is good, then that developer will actually mark the bug as fixed in our bug tracking system, and that will get into the hands of a quality assurance engineer. So what they'll do is they'll take down essentially the build that just ran and bring that up on their quality assurance machine and run the dialog denoiser, check it out, make sure that the functionality behaves as expected, and that the issue that was defined earlier doesn't exhibit itself anymore. That gets marked as resolved if it is resolved. If it's not, it'll actually get reopened again and go back to the developer and start that process all over again. But once it's resolved through quality assurance, then we can say, okay, that bug is no longer valid, we're good, and we can move on to the next thing. So lots of processes, lots of things have to happen in order to get a change actually into the product.